Let me get this thing working too. There we go. Alright, sick. Let's get it. Start recording. Right about. Yeah. Alright, let's hop into the charts, shall we? So, today I took a trade on the S&P 500. That's what we're going to do my bias on, just because I took the trade on there and I don't really feel like going over the NAS right now. I'm sorry. Well, coming into the day, you see, we got a big sell-off, just like the last week, the last couple days. So what do I expect from today? Another big sell-off. But my main targets today are obviously these highs. These are London, these are more like Asian session highs. London session highs were up in here after or during pre-market, but we don't really count those. But we do see these internal highs get hit here. So what am I looking for? I either want to see us get a little push into this 15-minute fair value gap here. We'll see something like this off these highs, up to the highs. You know, take a trade off of that to target the highs, or take a trade off of the highs to target lower, you know, something like this. Market opens and it just dumps. But so what happened? Go down to the 5-minute. Got a 5-minute fair value gap right there. We hit the 15-minute. We hit the 15-minute fair value gap, as you can see, and we fly up. So that's what I wanted to see. Looking for entries right here. As soon as I see us push back up into this 5-minute fair value gap, I want to see this get broken out. I want to see us disrespect this 5-minute fair value gap. It never happens. It respects bearish order flow. So we get this 1-minute fair value gap here. Waiting for disrespect of that. We get it. And then immediately we go up higher. I was looking for a confirmation candle. We kind of got one here if you want to call it, but this was pretty early in the market open, so didn't want to put too much risk right on market open. Wanted to see price play out a little bit. So what do we see? We see us never go above these highs, respect bearish order flow. So I'm looking for a 1-minute fair value gap. We get one within here. Yes, there's a gap in there. I'm counting it. Get a 1-minute fair value gap in here. Waiting for a little. We get a push into it, and we get a big candle on the 1-minute. And where am I going to be targeting? I'm going to be targeting these London lows down here. That was my next area of target. So I took this right here. I'm pretty sure I didn't get the best fill here. Yes, I got filled probably halfway. I put my stops up here. I know this wasn't a super good RR. It was about, I put my stops up here above this little order block. So it was like a 1 to 1.3 risk reward. Down to here, as soon as we got this reaction off of this fair value gap, got filled about here. And within a couple candles, we hit TP1. Yes, I say TP1 because I took off about 75% of my position there. I kept runners to run down to, where are we at here? I kept runners to run down until this order block down here. I think I put on the 4-hour order block. Yeah, this order block right here. That was my second and final take profit. And as you can see, almost get stopped. And boom. Nice little trade. I took off majority of my position here. Oh, yeah, I'd say 80%. Let the runners run down to there. And I was like a 1 to 5, but overall my risk reward got a nice 1 to 2.5. Made around $570 unfunded, of course. Low risked. I did, since I was gonna go in a little heavier risk with this, but since I got filled, not that good. I was a little hesitant on my risks, so I de-risked a little bit, and it ended up playing out in my favor. It was a good trade towards a clear draw on liquidity of these London lows. And I'll show you guys the stats, so y'all don't think I'm capping. So yeah, here it is for the day. We got a PNL of 572. As you can see here, this down last 12 bucks. I just took off some after I got filled because it was a bad fill, so I just took off like a little bit of my position. And yeah, ended up hitting all that for a good little bag secured for the funded. We'll come back tomorrow and trade. What news do we have tomorrow? Yeah, good to trade tomorrow. No high impact news. I'm gonna be expecting a bearish day, honestly. Unless, here, I'll go over a quick little long-term bias for you guys. Or whoever the fuck watches this video, so I don't know. So, what do I see here? I know we created an SMT at these lows. So if this, yeah, we never created an SMT at these lows. So, honestly, I could see us going lower. Before we go lower, we might need a balance. Like, I would want to see us balance out price action. Like, I would want to see us come up at least this whole move down to here. Equilibrium about here. I'd like to see something like this within the next couple days, you know, just slow chop and then price figure out where it wants to go from there. If it wants to go down or if it wants to go up, we'll figure out by then. But yeah, I want to see either a slow chop upwards or just keep going down, you know, whatever it works. But we're gonna be catching trades regardless, no matter what the market tells, or no matter how the market is. There's always opportunity, whether the opportunity is to take a clear setup within all the parameter of your trading rules, or whether the opportunity is to see what the market's giving you and see that maybe I shouldn't take a trade today, and work on the trust with myself to know that I shouldn't be taking that trade, or shouldn't be forcing a trade, I should say. Because that was really the only trade I saw today. Because as soon as these lows got taken out on NAS, it was about, yeah, 948. By the time it was 948 on the S&P, we weren't even close to those lows. So I knew that was an obvious draw because I wasn't worried about the divergence between the two, mainly just because of the bearish order flow we've been getting and maintaining the past 3 or 4 days last week. All of these dumps off of market open, just nuts. And I expect tomorrow, I want to see us maybe come up and hit these highs, but we'll see. I'll have to see what overnight session does. So yeah, stick to your plan. Don't force trades. That too. Those little trades are really what takes away your progress. So just keep working, y'all. We gonna make it. And hope you guys like this one. We'll trade recap for you guys. Nothing too much. See y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Peace.